Deep in the mountains, a young miner named Kieran worked tirelessly. He chipped away at the rock, searching for precious gems. One day his pickaxe struck something different. A shimmering light burst from the newly opened cavern. Kieran peered inside, his heart pounding. The cave glowed with an otherworldly light. Thousands of crystals, each more vibrant than the last, covered the walls. They pulsed with an energy that seemed to call out to him. Curiosity overwhelming him, Kieran stepped inside. He reached out and touched one of the crystals. A jolt surged through his body, making him gasp. He felt different, stronger, as if the crystal had awakened something within him. Kieran knew he had stumbled upon something extraordinary. He couldn't wait to discover what secrets these glowing crystals held. As Kieran explored the cave, he experimented with the crystals. Touching a ruby-red crystal, he found he could move with incredible speed. A sapphire blue crystal granted him immense strength. An emerald green crystal allowed him to heal from any wound. With each crystal, Kieran felt his connection to the earth grow stronger. He could sense the flow of energy, the pulse of life within the mountain itself. He realized these crystals weren't just beautiful, they held unimaginable power. Days turned into weeks as Kieran trained with his newfound abilities. He practiced controlling his speed, honed his strength, and tested the limits of his healing. He felt invincible, a guardian chosen by the crystals themselves. But Kieran soon discovered that every gift comes with a price. His actions had awakened a danger that had slumbered for centuries. The ground began to tremble. Deep within the mountain, a roar echoed, ancient and terrible. Kieran felt a wave of dread wash over him. He knew instantly that he wasn't alone in the mountain anymore. Legends whispered of a dragon that slept beneath the peaks, guarding an unknown treasure. The stories were dismissed as myths, but Kieran now knew the truth. His use of the crystals had disturbed the beast. He raced back towards the entrance of the crystal cave, the earth shaking with each passing moment. As he emerged into the sunlight, he saw the sky darken. A colossal dragon, scales shimmering like obsidian, rose from behind the mountain peak. The dragon's eyes, burning with ancient fury, fixed on Kieran. He knew he had to find a way to stop the dragon before it unleashed its rage upon the world. Kieran knew he couldn't hope to defeat the dragon with brute force. He needed to understand the connection between the crystals and the dragon to find a way to appease the beast. His journey for answers began. He sought out hermits, scholars, and village elders, anyone who might have knowledge of the dragon or the crystals. He collected fragments of information, ancient tales, forgotten rituals, and cryptic warnings. He learned that the dragon wasn't simply guarding treasure, it was guarding a delicate balance of power. The crystals were the key, but their power, if misused, could bring about destruction. Finally, an old hermit directed Kieran to a hidden valley, untouched by time. There, he would find the one who could guide him, the last of the Crystal Keepers. The Crystal Keeper, a woman ancient yet vibrant, lived in harmony with nature. She'd been expecting Kieran, guided by the whispers of the crystals themselves. She explained that the crystals were not just a source of power, they were a reflection of the balance within oneself. The dragon was a guardian of this balance, awoken when that harmony was disrupted. The keeper revealed that Kieran's intentions were pure, but his eagerness for power had upset the equilibrium. To soothe the dragon, he needed to understand the true nature of the crystals and find balance within himself. Kieran spent weeks learning from the keeper. He meditated, harnessing the crystal's energy not for power, but for understanding. He learned to listen to the whispers of the earth, to feel the pulse of life around him. Finally, the day came when Kieran felt ready to face the dragon once more. Armed not with strength, but with knowledge and a newfound sense of peace, he set out to confront the beast. Kieran stood before the dragon not as a conqueror, but as a penitent. He projected calm and understanding, channeling the energy of the crystals not as weapons, but as a bridge between them. The dragon sensed the change in Kieran. It saw not an enemy, but a student, someone who finally understood the responsibility that came with the crystal's power. The dragon lowered its head, the fury in its eyes dimming. Kieran spoke to the dragon not with words, but with the language of the earth, the whispers of the wind, the pulse of life itself. He conveyed his remorse, his understanding of the balance he had disrupted. The dragon listened, its massive form gradually relaxing. It sensed the harmony within Kieran, the balance restored. With a final rumbling sigh, the dragon spread its wings and soared back towards the mountain peak. The dragon returned to its slumber, the immediate danger averted, but Kieran knew his journey was far from over. He was no longer just a miner, he was a guardian, entrusted with the protection of the crystals and the balance they represented. He returned to the crystal cave, no longer seeking power but guidance. He vowed to use the crystal's power responsibly, to protect the balance of nature and to ensure the dragon's slumber remained undisturbed. Kieran's legend spread throughout the land. He became known as the Dragonheart, a symbol of courage, wisdom, and the understanding that true power lies not in dominance, but in harmony. And so the legacy of the crystals and the dragon lived on, safeguarded by the one who had learned the most valuable lesson of all, that with great power comes great responsibility. Kieran's story reminds us that true power lies not in might, but in understanding and balance. The crystals weren't just a source of magic, they were a reflection of the potential that lies within us all. Like Kieran, we all have the capacity for both great good and great destruction. It is up to us to choose the path of harmony, to use our strengths for the betterment of ourselves and the world around us. What will you choose? Like and subscribe for more stories of adventure and self-discovery.